Good morning, all. Welcome to Anand Rathi Morning Commodity and Currency Podcast. Gold having declined yesterday as traders took profit ahead of crucial inflation numbers scheduled tomorrow. Market will also be looking at PPI data, which is due today, which assesses the impact uh, of the categories that are looked after in PCE data, which is another important factor for Fed decision making. Today, for Fed Chair Powell speech is also scheduled later in the week, which could lead to volatility in prices. Overall, optimism is expected to persist in a day trade today. Technically, for gold, intraday support is around 71,800 and 71,300. Resistance is around 72,400 and 72,900. Continuing with base metal update, copper prices might remain on positive side due to strong market optimism driven by rising hopes of beginning of new industrial cycle led by Chinese demand recovery. However, the country's data, both macroeconomic and metal specific, do not yet indicate such a revival. Asian equities are also supporting prices, while market participating awaiting Powell's scheduled speech. The US CPI data, which is due tomorrow, is projected to show moderation while still remaining too high to warrant rate cuts. Technically, for copper, intraday support is around 879 and 873, resistance is around 896 and 910. Coming to energy update, oil may remain volatile ahead today of OPEC monthly report and producer price data later in the day, followed by consumer print to following day. Inflation data may provide clues on whether the Fed has the leeway to reduce the interest rate later in the year or expectations for cuts get pushed to into 2025. Improving signs of demand and OPEC cuts expectations may keep the overall bias positive for oil in short term. Technically, for intraday support in crude oil futures is around 6,520 and 6,440. Resistance is around 6,680 and 6,740. On currency front, dollar has now become a low bar sideways action. Extending gains should be CPI tomorrow. CPI delivery data tomorrow. Yet another surprise from recent history shows, with sign of emerging that consumer inflation expectations are on the rise once more. It won't take much time to raise CPI surprise to convince investors to add to their bullish dollar bets. USD INR could keep pushing at the higher end of the current range until the election, unless US CPI, which is due tomorrow, surprises on downside. Today's PPI data might be precursor for tomorrow's CPI. Powell is also slated to speak today. For today, economic events are US core CPI, US core PPI, and US month-on-month PPI, and US Fed Chairman's Powell speech. That's it for today's podcast. Have a successful reading day. Thank you.